Hello and welcome to my Elder Scrolls Online playthrough. Thank you for joining me and I hope you're having a great day. So we are in Blackwood, just started it. We have Miri Elendis as our companion. And I believe that we are going to go and do something to do with Leowyn. But first I need to speak to Captain Rian Lior. Let's see what he's got to say for himself.
Leowyn has problems enough. And now the predictions of the Wood Elf Archer seem to be coming true. Damn these old Imperial secrets. Councillor Jirik has disappeared, and my Ivory Brigade is spread thin as a sliver of butter on day-old bread.
Okay, so tell me about this Wood Elf Archer and the Imperial secrets.
The Wood Elf, Everly Sharparrow. She brought news that the Dark Brotherhood was targeting members of the Elder Council. All because of some secret of the Longhouse Emperors. We took her warning seriously, but Jirik refused Brigadine protection.
And you think the Dark Brotherhood harmed Councillor Jirik?
With that guild of assassins, I'm not sure what to think. But Jirik is missing, and I don't have enough Brigadines at the ready to conduct a proper search. You look capable. Care to earn some gold and help us determine the Councillor's fate?
Sure do.
Here, let me update your map. These are places Jirik visits during her daily routine. If something befell her, it happened somewhere along this path. Meanwhile, I have Everly Sharparrow checking locations in the city. She was very eager to help.
So, what else can you tell me about Councillor Jirik?
Councillor Jirik was a member of the Imperial Elder Council, back when we still had an empire. Now her title is mostly ceremonial. But she continues to assist the legates by serving as an intermediary with the local nobility.
The legates?
Since the collapse of the Empire and the dissolution of the Elder Council, Leowyn has become an independent city-state. Countess Caro sits on the throne, but the Chamber of Legates governs the city.
You have a countess, but the legates are in charge.
I suppose the Countess is technically the highest authority in Leowyn. But she leaves the administration of the city to the Chamber of Legates. Leviticus, another former council elder, leads this august body, along with Tebezako and Amhalu.
So tell me about the locations you marked on my map.
Councillor Jirik is a creature of habit. Her daily routine is to stroll along the river and stop to read near a cave across the way. While Everly Sharparrow examines spots the councillor frequents in the city, you should check these locations.
So who is Everly Sharparrow?
Everly Sharparrow is an adventurer from Valenwood, though I get the sense she's relatively new at the job. She recently arrived with news of a threat against the former members of the Imperial Elder Council. I was skeptical at first, but now...
Go on, tell us about the threat.
She told us that the late Emperor Leovik's steward was murdered by the Dark Brotherhood. Apparently, it pertains to some secret of the Longhouse Emperors. But those details she discussed with Councillor Leviticus.
And how did the other members of the council fit in?
Everly found a number of documents pertaining to this secret. One of these contained a list of names. The steward and some of the councillors. She assumed that since the steward had already been killed, the rest of the list might be next.
Go on, lastly, tell me more about the situation here in Leowyn.
On paper, Countess Caro rules Leowyn, but in practice, the Chamber of Legates governs the city. Legates Tebezako and Amhalu, and Councillor Leviticus. They handle day-to-day tasks. Me? I'm commander of the Ivory Brigade, Leowyn's militia.
And you mentioned your soldiers were stretched too thin?
Indeed. Since the fall of the Empire, the Ivory Brigade had to redouble its efforts to replace the Imperial legions. We maintain active defenses in the north to keep the ongoing war at bay. But we have our hands full with refugees, bandits, and such.
What ongoing war?
The Three Banners War. Let the alliances fight over the Ruby Throne as long as they leave us in peace. I just wish I had more soldiers to spare for this new threat that Everly Sharparrow brought to our attention.
Nice one. Cheers, bud. Okay, so these three locations.
Captain, are you really trusting the fate of Councillor Jirik to this outsider? Oh, why didn't Counselor
Where have we
Jericho
got to go
keep
to?
the
One
warnings?
there. Find the
If the
cave.
Ivory Brigade requires mercenaries to do their job, perhaps Leowin needs different protectors.
Search along the river. They're just them two. I guess we'll run around this way. I'm not going to do the delve yet. Go that way. Okay, so I'll meet you at the first point then, which is search along the river. Right, so this is the first site I need to look at. And what we've got here. Ooh! Nice little picnic. Letter from Farrell Lupus. Actually, looks like it's been disturbed a bit, doesn't it? Or kicked over. Councillor Jurich, I hope this letter finds you in good health and better spirits, my old friend. Though years have passed since I was Emperor Leovik's steward and you were one of his elder councillors, I fear that the secrets of the Longhouse Emperors continue to haunt us. You and other members of the Elder Council are in grave danger. Actions that you and your colleagues performed over the years for Longhouse Emperors have inadvertently made you targets for an as yet unknown entity or entities. Of course, we both know that you were only following orders, performing your duties. Unfortunately, those who hunt you care little for the reasons. They only want to eliminate everyone who may know even the tiniest fraction of Emperor Leovik's final secret. I wish I could provide you with more information, but for now this is all I know. If I learn anything further, I'll be in touch. For now, please be cautious and sleep with one eye open. Farrell Lupus. Well, that's the river search. Let's go to the cave. Meet you over there. There we go then. The cave should be around here somewhere. That looks like one cave right there. What have we got in here then? Another random piece of paper just left laying around with the backpack. Chief Councillor Leviticus. While our time serving together on the Imperial Elder Council is long past, I still consider you to be both a colleague and a friend. I know I ignored the warning the Wood Elf brought you, refused to believe that old secrets still held any power, any danger. I was wrong. I received a letter from Farrell Lupus today, which if the reports of his death are accurate, he must have sent before he was murdered, and I fear that I am being followed. I thought I caught a glimpse of a dark figure watching me from the rocks during my island walk this morning. I was so rattled by the sight that I dropped Farrell's letter. Didn't realise I had lost it until I had almost reached the cave. This must be related to a project Emperor Morikar gave me some 20 years back. He needed caretakers for some sort of storage vaults, and I procured them. Set up the contracts, paid the costs. But that was so long ago. Even as I write this, I can feel the noose drawing tight. If you receive this, tell the others, convince them to heed the warning and accept your assistance. The secret of the Longhouse Emperors, I think this time it really will be the death of me. Councillor Jurich. Alright, let's go find Millinor then. Oh,
You're not the counselor. Apologies. I heard you stumbling about and thought it might be Counselor Jurich.
and who are you?
Oh, no one important, I assure you. I'm simply one of the counselor's aides. I help her with paperwork mostly. Run errands, that sort of thing.
Captain Rian sent me to find the counsellor. He thinks she might be in danger.
She initially refused the captain's offer, but she received a letter that made her uneasy. Last I saw, she was headed back to the city by way of the Eastern Gate. But she never returned to her manor, so I came to look for her. Please, find her.
Okay, we'll do. Okay, where are we going next? Get out of this cave and have a look. Guess we're going there then.
Someone! Anyone! Help me! I refused to believe, but Farrell, Leviticus, they were right.
What happened to you, counsellor?
I was attacked. An assassin
You must warn the others, the counselors. Leovik's secret, it will be the death of us all!
Councillor Jirich! Nah.
Councillor Jirik! Damn, we're too late!
Here's everyone's favourite little wood elf.
Damn it, I'm too late. Poor Councillor Jirik. She didn't deserve to die like that. At least I don't think she did. Did you see what happened? Who attacked her?
I didn't see who attacked her, but there's a note beside her body.
The mark of the Dark Brotherhood. Just like with Farrell Lupus. Sorry. I'm working for Councillor Leviticus, the head of the Chamber of Legates. I came to Leowin to warn him after I stumbled across some secret concerning the Longhouse Emperors.
Well, I'm working for Captain Rian Lior. He sent me to find the councillor. What's that about a secret?
It relates to something called the Four Ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. I think they're Daedric weapons, but I'm still puzzling that out. I was working for Farrell Lupus before he was murdered. Found a strange tome with Daedric markings at his behest.
I found a letter to Councillor Jirich from Farrell Lupus, who warned her she was in danger.
Yeah, that's what brought me here. I found a list of names. Farrell Lupus and members of the Elder Council. It said they all knew something about this secret. Since Farrell was murdered, I figured the others were in danger too. Looks like I was right.
Who are the other councillors?
Let me have your map. I'll mark where Councillors Valeria and Sophis were last seen. Go warn them, convince them to take precautions. Then meet me at Councillor Jirik's manor in the city. Maybe we can find something to shed more light on this secret.
I'll go warn the councillors, then meet you at Jirich's manor.
I'll get the city guards to come and gather the councillor's body. She shouldn't just be left out here. Then I'll head to Councillor Jirik's manor. When you're done checking on Councillor Valeria and Councillor Sophis, meet me there.
First, can you just walk me through what you know so far about this threat against the councillors?
Like I said, it all started when I found that strange tome for Farrell Lupus, and Emperor Leovik's journal. It was in code, but I got it translated. Sent me to a few hidden Imperial caches where I learned that the Longhouse Emperors had a secret.
Right, the secret concerning the four ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon.
Right, but it turned out I wasn't the only one trying to learn more about the ambitions. A group of cracked acorns called the Order of the Waking Flame. Fanatic Mehrunes Dagon cultists. Had to put arrows in more than one of those bastards.
So why is the Dark Brotherhood murdering the councillors?
I guess someone hired them to eliminate everyone who knows about the secret. The question is, who? And I was told by a more or less friendly Dremora named Lyrinth that the fate of our world was at stake. So of course I want to figure this all out.
And tell me more about the strange book you found.
So Farrell Lupus hired me to retrieve a book from a retreat once used by the Longhouse Emperors. He never told me what it was, and he died before I could ask. The book is weird. It has weird pages and weird markings, and I can't read a word of it.
You never learned anything else about it?
Not much. Farrell's partner said he planned to use it to make things right, but she didn't know how. And it's Daedric, I think. I will say, carrying it, it's kind of a burden. And I've been having strange dreams. But I don't want to talk about that.
Well, catch up in a bit. Where are we heading now? So we got one next to the delve and one right over here. Obviously, yeah, because they can't be in the same place, can they? Alright, meet you over there. Okay, so here we are at the first councillor's place.
We weren't expecting visitors. Are you here to see the counselor? Are you here to speak with Counselor Sophis? I'm afraid my husband has taken our dog for a walk. Is there something I could help you with, perhaps?
Yeah, I need to find him because he might be in danger.
Danger? What are you talking about? Does this have something to do with that letter? And who are you, by the way?
Captain Rian sent me to check on Councillor Sophis.
Captain Rian? I see. Well, if the Ivory Brigade sent you, my husband likes to walk our dog Chero along the tree line. Go on and find him. I'll wait here in case he returns.
You said something about a letter?
My husband, Valen, received a letter from an old friend this morning. Farrell Lupus, Emperor Leovic's steward. I could see that whatever was in that letter upset him, but he didn't want to discuss it, and I didn't push him. Now please, go find him.
I like the way they just take it your word and tell you everything you need to know. Right, am I going to be in time to save him? That's what I want to know. Wow. Another cave? What do you reckon? Well, someone's definitely been in here. But apparently it's not what I need. There we go. Oh no. Where's the dog? Poor little dog. Hello, Cheerio. Mysterious note. Black Hand Gang.
What's taking you so long? They should...
Wasn't me.
Valen! No!
Need to chat to you now, sorry.
Oh, Valen! Oh, my love! What happened? I thought Captain Rehan sent you to protect my husband!
I was too late. He was already dead when I found him. Honest.
You know, Valen acted strange after the letter from Farrell Lupus arrived. He didn't tell me what it said, and I never asked. Before he left today, he gave me a sealed scroll, said to give it to Counselor Leviticus if anything ever happened to him.
A scroll?
A scroll, sealed and bearing my husband's stamp. Take it. Give it to Counselor Leviticus. I hope it helps catch whoever murdered my husband. I'll summon the town guard. They'll help me with my husband.
Goodbye. And I'm sorry for your loss. Now I've got to trek all the way over here to warn Councillor Valeria. Right, meet you over there. Ooh. Okay, am I in time to warn this
Stay
councillor?
alert. I have it on good authority that I'm in danger.
Of course, Counselor.
Looks like this one's still alive at least.
Step back and state your business. I have every reason to believe that my life is in danger. If you so much as make a threatening gesture, the Brigandine will dismember you. He has very strict orders on that regard.
Well, I'm working for Captain Rian Lior. I was sent to tell you the threat is real.
I was beginning to suspect as much. Very well. Tell me everything that you have learned. Leave nothing out. I want to hear it all.
The Dark Brotherhood has already murdered Farrell Lupus and Councillor Jirich.
Lupus? Emperor Leovic's old steward? And Jirik as well? Gods, they are targeting the Elder Council. Anything else? Tell me. The slightest detail could mean the difference between life and death.
We think it has something to do with Leovic's secret, something called the Four Ambitions.
The ambitions? I heard that term once before, years ago. I must go to Tidewater Cave. I have a cache hidden there, and I need to check my records. Meanwhile, I suggest you find Jirik's files. She kept them in a hidden compartment in her nightstand.
Your records include information on Leovic's secret.
Possibly. I oversaw the Imperial Treasury, so my records deal with expenditures and collections. I have documents going as far back as Emperor Morikar, possibly even Durkarach, and I know I saw that term someplace. I will see what I can find.
How well did you know Councillor Jirich?
Extremely well. We were rivals as well as colleagues on the Elder Council. It was that way between all of the councillors, I suppose. Her death is a tragedy, however. I will miss her.
Okay, speak to you later, dude. Right, where are we going now? Oh. Well, it looks like I'm actually going to get to enter Leowin. I have not been here since Oblivion. Here we go then. Nostalgia time. Leowin. Right, I need the waste shrine first of all so I can port in and out. And then we're going to... Ooh. I haven't been here for so long. A lot of quest markers, I'm not going to pick those up yet. So look, ride around on my horse. Wow. See, it's oddly familiar but not familiar at the same time. It's like it's the same but different. I suppose it's going to be, isn't it? Okay, so Evelyn Sharpower should be in here somewhere. Was worth a check of the old bookshelves. Where's Evelyn? There she is.
Oh, hey! Over here!
Hello!
I'm glad you're here. I've been searching all over, but I could use your help. This place is huge. Why do rich people need so many rooms? Oh, but tell me, did you warn the counselors like I asked?
Valeria has protection. He's going to search the records, but I was too late to save Sophus.
Sophus is dead? Damn! Was it the Dark Brotherhood? What am I saying? Of course it was! I've torn this place apart, but so far I haven't found anything related to Imperial secrets or the ambitions. Maybe you can spot something I missed.
Council Valeria told me Jurek kept records in a hidden compartment in her nightstand.
I knew you'd be a help, but I didn't expect you to just have the answer the moment you walked in. Good job! Councillor Jirek's bedroom is upstairs. Let's see if we can find that hidden compartment.
Sounds like a plan. I'm going first, it's my idea. Ha ha ha. Oh, turned a bit too quick. Councillor Jirek's records. Councillor Jirek, it is time to rally the caretakers and move the ambitions. The new vault locations should ensure their safety and keep them hidden until I or the High Priest call for them. The forces loyal to the traitor Varen draw ever closer, and we cannot allow the ambitions to fall into their hands. This is your official order. Act immediately. This line is written in the complex Imperial Code. Emperor Leovich.
A hidden compartment? I love it! I mean, I hate that people have died, but... So, what did you find?
It's an order from Emperor Leovich. He told Jirich to move the ambitions, but the last line's in code.
Let me see that. That's a code, all right. Some of the other documents I found use something similar. You know, I'm really starting to hate all this secrecy surrounding the ambitions.
Leowin is an Imperial city. Maybe someone here can decipher it.
Good idea. We need to report in to Councillor Leviticus anyway. Let him know what we uncovered. If he has a qualified scribe, great. If not, I know someone. They helped me with those other documents. Let's go to Leowin Castle and talk to Leviticus.
I'll meet you at Leowin Castle.
I can't help feeling that once we solve the secret of the Longhouse Emperors, we'll know how to stop the Dark Brotherhood from murdering any more of the Councillors. I'll see you at the castle.
I need your report, mercenary. Word reached me that Councillor Jirek was murdered. What about Sophus and Valeria? And did you find definitive proof that the Dark Brotherhood is our culprit?
Councillor Sophus has been murdered too, but Valeria is safe. These notes are by each of the bodies.
That's the Black Hand, symbol of the Dark Brotherhood. I wish Jirek and Sophus had allowed me to assign brigadines to protect them. At least Valeria, however reluctantly, agreed to a military escort. Did you and Everly uncover any other information?
We gathered a few documents we think Councillor Leviticus should see.
It appears that Councillor Leviticus's trust in the Wood Elf was not misplaced. Very well. You and Everly can head in and talk to the Councillor.
Thank you.
Captain Rian and the Ivory Brigade will deal with the Dark Brotherhood. We are perfectly safe in here.
Your damn empire, Leviticus. It no longer exists, but it still causes us trouble.
You must be the mercenary that Captain Rian told me about. And I see you're working with Everly Sharparrow. Good. Good. I assume you have something to report. I'm listening.
Councillors Jerick and Sophus were murdered. These notes were left beside the bodies.
Damn it all to oblivion and back. I should have taken Pharaoh Lupus more seriously when I received his letter. This is definitely the mark of the Dark Brotherhood. Anything else to add to this?
Jerick and Sophus left documents, but part of them is written in code.
Yes, that's the Longhouse Emperor's code. Only a handful of Imperial scribes can decipher it. I know one. Baragon. I'll send for him at once. Meanwhile, we must warn the remaining councillors on the list. Eivor, Valeria, Itinia, and Vandacia.
Councillor Valeria is under guard and collecting her records from Tidewater Cave.
Very good. I've sent messages to Itinia and Vandacia already, as neither of them are currently within Leowin's jurisdiction. I need you to go to Fort Blueblood. Councillor Eivor has taken refuge there, but I'd prefer to have her here in Leowin.
I'll go to Fort Blueblood and talk to Councillor Eivor.
Everything we do now must be swift if we are to get ahead of this. Go to Fort Blueblood and convince Councillor Eivor to return to the city. She'll be safer here than at the fort.
You must know more about Emperor Leovic's secret and the ambitions.
Sadly, no. Whatever Leovic confided in Pharaoh Lupus and the others, whatever he ordered them to do, he kept it a complete secret from me. I suppose he assumed I wouldn't go along with anything illegal or Daedric, and he was right.
But weren't you the chief councillor of the Elder Council?
I was, but the Elder Council was made up of almost 24 councillors. According to the list Everly Sharparrow brought me, only 7 councillors were privy to this secret. Make that 6. I have no idea why Leovic listed me among that group.
There must have been some reason for your name being linked with the others.
Who knows what was going through Leovic's head when he wrote that entry in his journal. Varen and his rebels were literally pounding at the doors of the palace at the time. And Leovic wasn't totally in his right mind even before the rebellion.
Tell me more about Longhouse Emperors.
The Longhouse Emperors were Reachmen, who seized control of the Empire and ruled for some 40 years. Dukarach the Black Drake founded the ruling house. Morikar ascended to the throne after his father's death, and his son Leovic followed him.
And what happened to Leovic?
Leovic made a mistake. When he decided to declare Daedra worship as the law of the land, Duke Varen Aquilario objected. He led a rebellion and personally dispatched Leovic in the Imperial throne room. Thus ended the Longhouse Emperor's reign.
But that's not the end of the story.
Unfortunately, no. Varen disappeared a few years later and the Empire collapsed. Now the so-called alliances are fighting over the scraps and Tamriel is in shambles. We're doing all we can just to keep Blackwood safe and secure.
And why is Councillor Eivor at Fort Blueblood?
Eivor has always had an affinity for the Imperial military. When she received her letter of warning from Pharaoh Lupus, she sent word to me, told me she was going to the fort, that the soldiers would protect her. I fear she is badly mistaken.
You don't think the fort is safe?
Only a token force of Brigadines guards Fort Blueblood. If the Dark Brotherhood is truly our enemy, I fear a lone assassin can bypass the fort's defenses with relative ease. Eivor would be better off here in the castle. Go and bring her back at once.
Okay. Don't trust you, though.
Fort Blueblood? That's to the east across the river. I'll meet you there.
One Fort Blue Blood. And where's this counselor
Look,
then?
Councillor Leviticus and Captain Rianne sent me. I need to see Councillor Abor now.
And what about my sister? She hasn't been seen since she took the counselor her meal.
Councillor Abor was very clear about this. She doesn't want to be disturbed. Oh, another mercenary. Is our Ivory Brigade so enfeebled that Captain Rianne must resort to hiring sellswords? Look, as I told the Wood Elf, Councillor Abor was quite insistent. She doesn't want to be disturbed.
Captain Rian and Councillor Leviticus sent us. Do you really want to get in the way of our mission?
All right, enough. I can see when I'm being overruled. Very well. I give you permission to enter the watchtower. Councillor Abor's safety is now in your hands.
Why is that servant in an uproar?
Lurius? Oh, something about his sister. She's another servant here at the fort. Works in the kitchen, I believe. Apparently, she brought the councillor her meal. He says she never returned, but the servants look for any opportunity to sneak off.
And why did Councillor Boar come to Fort Blue Blood?
The councillor demanded we protect her. Said her life was in danger, but refused to give me any details. Imperial confidentiality, she insisted, above my station. I put her up in the watchtower and assigned a couple of brigadines to guard her.
Right, so she's either dead or in trouble.
Oh no! Councillor Abor's been murdered!
There we go.
But where's the servant?
Check the note first.
The Dark Brotherhood's calling card.
Councillor Boar's journal. Unlike most of the Elder Council, I was in Emperor Leovic's confidence. I knew the truth of the Longhouse Emperor's secret, most of it anyway, me and the High Priest. At the time it felt like an honour to be included. Now I am in fear for my life and hiding in this damn watchtower. I decided it would be best to write down everything I know about the four ambitions and how they were created. About the deal with Mayrune's Dagon, everything. I may be the only one who knows the location of the new vaults, where Emperor Leovic had the ambitions moved to as Varan's forces drew closer. I suspected that all of this was over, that it ended with the death of Leovic and the fall of the Longhouse Emperors. According to the letter I received from Farrell Lupus, I was wrong. What follows are the locations of the three vaults containing the four ambitions. Funnily enough, the next few pages have been torn out or removed.
Of course they tore out the pages and took them, just when we were so close to finding out more about the ambitions. Abor's meal is still warm. So what happened to the servant that delivered it?
Got a purple thing coming off of it.
We have a door locked from the outside, a dead counselor, and a missing servant. Did the assassin take off with both the torn-out journal pages and the servant? Anyway, they not only murdered Abor, they probably know how to find the ambitions now.
So how did the murderer get in and out of the watchtower without the brigadines noticing?
See that rope hanging from the top of the tower? Bet my bottom acorn that's how the assassin got in and out. But the missing servant... something about that is knocking on the back of my head. And why would the Dark Brotherhood take those pages?
Maybe the Dark Brotherhood wants the Daedric weapons for themselves.
Maybe. But everything I've read about the Dark Brotherhood never suggested they would be interested in weapons of war, if that's even what the ambitions are. Damn it, we're loosing arrows in the dark here. Let's tell Commander Orton about Abor.
Okay. Don't think she's very happy though.
So, will Councillor Abor be returning with you to Leowyn? Am I finally going to be able to get my fort back in order?
Councillor Abor has been murdered.
Murdered? Gods, keep your voice down. Do you want to start a panic? Tell me what you found in the watchtower.
Abor's meal was still warm but untouched, and the assassin left a calling card.
Let me see that. A black handprint. The sign of the Dark Brotherhood. But where is the servant, Talais? Is she involved in this fiasco? And how did she and the assassin get out of the watchtower? My brigadiers never left their post.
Maybe she is the assassin. There was a rope hanging from the ceiling of the watchtower.
Well, that explains some of it, but not all. We need to locate Talais. Since you're already involved in working for Captain Rian, I want you to quietly try to find Talais. Start by talking to the other servants in the kitchen and dining hall.
Fair enough. I'll do all the running around talking to people.
Your sister is fine. This one is certain.
Then where could she be? She would never neglect her duties.
Probably found a dark. Pleasant days, visitors. How can this one assist you?
Commander Orton asked us to find Talais. Any idea where we should look?
Ah, Talais. She worries her brother so. She asked me where we kept the hot root flakes. Counselor Eibor sprinkles them on every dish. I told her they are in the pantry, but you need the key from the kitchen to unlock the door.
Cool, thank you.
All right, grab a broom and start sweeping.
What? No, that's Talais' job.
And do you see Talais anywhere? No. Then start sweeping.
Another new face in the fort? First Counselor Eibor, now you and that cute wood elf. Look, I'd love to chat, but Talais has wandered off and left me to handle her chores.
I'm actually trying to find Talais. Any idea where we should look?
She took the Counselor her meal and hasn't returned. Did you check the watchtower? Eibor's a little old, but maybe Talais decided to improve her station, if you catch my meaning. Eibor reeks of fear. Maybe Talais finds that attractive.
What do you mean the councillor reeks of fear?
Well, she's been acting like a frightened guar since she arrived. Stays locked up in the watchtower. Only lets a single servant in at a time. And I hear she's been burning papers. Documents of some kind. She's scared out of her wits, if you ask me.
Fair enough. And Miss Saba?
The servants come to the kitchen to mutter and gossip. This one will not have it. Misaba asks that you do not distract them overly long, as they are already naturally lazy. What is it that you need?
Commander Orton asked us to locate Talais. Any idea where she might be?
That young woman. She has not returned from the watchtower, so her chores remain undone. And she took the pantry key with her when she went. It is no longer hanging on its hook. That is a clear violation of the kitchen rules. A clear violation.
Where is the pantry?
The pantry is in the cellar, but the door is around the side of the building. Talais mumbled something about how the counselor loves hot root flakes, grabbed the key and the tray of food and went off. This one hasn't seen her since.
Okay.
Before we check the pantry,
behind me.
let's talk. So, what did we learn? Counselor Eibor was frightened, but that's understandable. Interesting that she was burning documents. Her journal indicated that she knew more than the others. And Talais visited the pantry before heading to the watchtower.
Do you think we should take a look in the pantry?
Couldn't hurt. And every mystery novel I ever read taught me you should always follow up on every clue, even the ones that seem insignificant. Let's check the pantry and see if she was looking for more than hot root flakes down there.
Good idea. Let's go. Oh dear. There we go.
Damn it! They murdered Talais too!
Looks like it.
Why would the Dark Brotherhood murder... Oh no! We need to talk about this.
I like reading too, you know. If you ever need an excuse to get me something.
Let's quickly check them. Right, Evelyn, stand still.
Alright, I think I figured it out. The assassin followed Talais down here, murdered her, and took her place so they could gain access to the watchtower. Pretty clever, but they didn't have to kill her.
Does this sound like the usual way the Dark Brotherhood operates?
No, not from what I've read anyway. I thought they only killed those whose names appeared on their contracts. I can't imagine anyone asked them to kill a poor servant.
So should we return to Leywin and inform Councillor Leviticus and Captain Rian?
Yes, but we still need to check on Councillor Valeria. And someone needs to go to Gideon and make sure that Councillor Van Dacia is all right. Can I leave those tasks to you? I want to return to Leowyn and consult with Councillor Leviticus.
I can check with Valeria and Vandacia, but we also need to inform Commander Ortin about this murder.
Oh, good point. Before you head out, report to Commander Ortin. Tell him what happened to Therese, and how we think the assassin slipped into the watchtower undetected. His brigadiers need to be able to recognize an imposter when they see one.
I'll report to the commander, contact the two remaining councillors, and then meet you in Leowyn.
After you report to the commander, make contact with Councillors Valeria and Vandacia. Valeria went to Tidewater Cave to get her records, and Vandacia works in the Gideon courthouse. Cracked acorns! I suddenly had the weirdest feeling come over me.
Evely, are you alright?
Yes. No, I don't know. We were talking about the councillors, Valeria and Vandacia. Suddenly I had a premonition. It was brief and disturbing and mildly unpleasant, like the dreams I've been having. But this is the first time while I was awake.
Tell me about the dreams then.
Remember I told you about that strange book I found? The one with the Daedric writing that I can't read? I've been having bad dreams since I found it, and the dreams are becoming more frequent. This time it happened right while we were talking.
Okay, tell me about the premonition.
It was just a flash, but it was accompanied by a feeling. I felt a sense of overwhelming evil, all tied up in the figure I saw in my mind. Like someone held a portrait in front of my face for just a moment and then pulled it away.
What did the figure look like?
It was one of the Waking Flame cultists, I think. Someone powerful, in command. A dark silhouette wrapped in a cloak. I'll never forget the feeling it invoked. It was like a wave of hopelessness. We can deal with this later. Let's get back to it.
Okay. I'll go and talk to this, that and the other while you go and do what you got to do.
All right. You talked to the fort's servants and rummaged around in our pantry. What's the verdict? Did you find the missing servant?
Therese is in the pantry. The assassin murdered her. Pretended to be her to get into the watchtower.
That's... Oh, that's horrible. Are you sure? No. Of course you're sure. No one would lie about something like that. I'll tell her brother what happened and send someone to tend to her body. Gods, what a day this has been.
At least you're still breathing, mate. Right, where we got to go now? Tidewater Cave. Then all the way over here to Gideon. Tidewater Cave first it is then. Except I can't get out that way. Okay, so let's go see what's going on in here then.
Getting good at this. Well, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
Okay, so where's Council of Valeria then? Hello.
The mercenary. A few moments later, and you would have found an empty cave. Your timing really is impeccable. We've already packed up my records, and we're about to head out. But what news of the other counselors? Did your warnings reach them in time?
Councillor Sophus and the Ball were murdered, just like Jirich, you need to go to Lowman Castle.
All 3 of them? That's disheartening news. Well, I'll take my records to Leowin. Perhaps between the 2 of us, Counselor Leviticus and I can ascertain what past incident has returned to haunt us.
What kind of records do you keep down here?
Oh, just a lifetime of public service and bureaucracy. Mostly financial records, but also meeting notes, ledgers, those sorts of things. I oversaw budgets and finances, the collection of taxes, public works, and I kept immaculate records.
We found Jerich's files where you said Leviticus sent for a scribe to decipher the coded portions.
That's good to hear. Emperor Leovic loved to hide things in coded documents. But what about Counselor Vandacia? Do we know if he's still safe in Gideon?
I'm actually on my way to warn Counselor Vandacia next.
Perfect. Remind him he's too old to play the hero, and I want to see him in Leowin Castle immediately, if not sooner. These Brigadines will make sure I get to the city safely. Me and my records, both. Godspeed, mercenary.
Thank you. I guess we're going out this way then. Now I've got to trek all the way over there. Joy of joys. Meet over there. Well, okay, so we're now at Gideon. Oh, another load of quests here which I can take, but I'm not going to. And before I go in there, I want this way shrine because there's a pain in the backside running everywhere. Here we go. Right, let's go and find Councillor Vandacia.
I was attacked in the streets of our fair city, Keshu. I demand you deal with the criminal post-haste.
Your guards did their job, Counselor Vandacia. The prisoner is secure.
And what's this? More assassins? Explain yourself immediately. One attempt on my life today is more than enough. If you're another one of those Dark Brotherhood bastards, I assure you, you won't find either myself or Governor Keshu to be easy prey.
No, I'm no assassin. Councillor Leviticus sent me to warn you. He wants you to go to Lowin.
Warn me? As always, Leviticus offers too little and too late. I received the letter, same as the other counselors. My personal guard took the threat seriously, and we captured the assassin in the act. But what of my esteemed colleagues? Are they safe?
Councillors Jurek, Sophus and the Boar were murdered. They're all dead.
Dead? All 3 of them? This is unimaginable. Pharaoh Lupus's letter suggested the Longhouse Emperors left behind a secret that would prove to be a threat. But I thought he was just being melodramatic. Has Leviticus determined what this is about?
The secret concerns the 4 ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. We're examining old records to learn more.
4 ambitions? Never heard of them. How could something I know nothing about make me a target of the Dark Brotherhood? It's got to be a mistake. You must question the prisoner. Get him to confess and reveal the truth of this sordid affair.
I'll question the prisoner. Where are you holding them?
Governor Keshu locked the prisoner in the holding cell in the courthouse basement. Question the villain and find out why the Dark Brotherhood is trying to wipe out anyone who was part of the Imperial Elder Council. I'll head for Leowin afterward.
You really don't have any idea what the secret of the Longhouse Emperors pertains to?
I wish there was something I could tell you. The letter I received suggested that some old council business was the cause of all this. Why the Dark Brotherhood would be interested in such menial affairs, I'm not sure. I'm completely baffled.
In your work with the Elder Council, you never heard anything about the ambitions?
As I said, I never heard the term. The Longhouse Emperors were enamored of secrets and code words, though. Perhaps I encountered it, but it was called something else. If you think it might be important, ask the assassin when you interrogate him.
And how long did you serve on the Imperial Elder Council?
I'm not sure how relevant my ancient history is, but I was appointed to the Elder Council by Emperor Durkarach himself. I helped guide the Empire through most of the reign of the Longhouse Emperors.
And in all that time you never heard anything about the ambitions?
Sadly, my role in guiding the Empire often put me at odds with the Emperors. I was rarely privy to their secrets. I'm afraid I can't shed any light on that particular mystery.
And you mentioned Governor Kishu.
Keshu the Black Fin. War hero, progressive Argonian, and governor of our fair city of Gideon. I serve as an advisor and bureaucrat. Nothing more. I have deep roots in Gideon, so I try to do my part to keep the wheels of government turning.
And how did you manage to survive the attack and also capture your assassin?
My personal guard is dedicated and well trained. Not to mention lucky. I was nearing the courthouse when the assassins sprang from the shadows. My guards reacted instantly and overpowered the villain. We brought them here and Keshu locked them away.
Ooh, thank you. Below. Where's below? Here we are. Aha, look.
The cell door is open. What happened here?
Poured something on the lock. Hit me. And escaped.
Some sort of acid ate right through the lock. Look, there's more of it on the floor.
Yeah, I see that. Alright, let's follow the green trail then.
He ran that way, toward the old ruins.
This way? Or this way? There we go, I'm going the right way.
He almost knocked me over. How rude.
Looks like this dude's on the trail as well. I'll let him do the hard work.
He attacked this legionnaire and ran into the ruins of the old city.
Search the Twilbeck ruins. Letter from Astara. Elam, the ruins within Blood Run Cave were gutted long ago, turned into a charnel pit by local villages. However, the sanctuary itself remains pristine. The cave's reputation as a place of untold danger clearly persists. This will serve us well. Fighting through the cave itself may take some doing, but the door is located far back within the ruins. It is a long trek, be warned. If we intend to reopen this sanctuary, you must clear it out. I leave the details to you. And remember, death, my brother. That's the key.
You're persistent, I'll give you that. All right, let's chat.
Elam drowse.
Do you make it a habit to read other people's mail? That letter is personal and private, full of sensitive information.
The letter talks about opening a Dark Brotherhood sanctuary in Blood Run Cave.
Well, aren't you a fast reader? If you chased after me because of something Council Van Dacia told you, well, he lied. If the Dark Brotherhood sets out to kill you, you're dead. We don't make mistakes. We don't fail. Not ever.
We found evidence beside numerous murder victims, members of the Elder Council that you killed.
I haven't killed anyone. Not recently, anyway. And if you're talking about our calling card, anyone can dip their palm in black ink and slap it on a sheet of parchment. Look, we received no contracts. I'm here on different business entirely.
So who would want to blame the Dark Brotherhood for these murders?
Good question. If you figure it out, let me know. I certainly owe someone for the bruises the Councilor's guards gave me. Now, as much fun as this has been, I really do need to get back to my daring escape. Best of luck with your mystery.
If you really are innocent, come back to the courthouse with me.
Tempting, but no. I detest so-called places of justice.
Doesn't surprise me. Back in here again. Back in the courthouse.
So, the mercenary from Leowin has returned. Tell me, were you able to capture the assassin? Or perhaps you killed him in battle once you caught up to him? I am eager to hear the news.
I wasn't able to apprehend the Dark Brotherhood agent, but I did recover this letter.
Allow me to peruse the document, if you will. Proof positive that the Dark Brotherhood is in Blackwood. We must find this sanctuary and destroy it.
The Dark Brotherhood agent denied his organization's involvement. He said he had never attacked you.
What did you expect? Such lies fall from his lips like rain from the sky on a stormy day. Villains never freely admit their guilt. The evidence is right here in this letter. Meet me and Leowin and we'll share this information with Leviticus.
Where's Governor Kishu? Shouldn't you have more guards?
What? Oh, my personal guard are nearby and these legionnaires are sufficient. You need not be concerned. As for Keshu, she had business to attend to. Gideon business. I saw no reason to distract her from her regular duties. Now to Leowin.
Goodbye. And luckily I've opened up portals so I can fast travel now. Yay!
The Dark Brotherhood. They must be driven out of Blackwood.
I still can't figure out why they would be targeting us, Vandacia.
Eliminate the threat first. Then we can seek answers.
All of the remaining counselors in Blackwood are gathered here in the castle. Valeria, Vandacia, and myself. While we await the arrival of the scribe I sent for, tell me what you uncovered in Gideon. I'm not sure I agree with Vandacia's assessment.
Found a letter. It talks about re-establishing a Dark Brotherhood sanctuary in Bloodrun Cave.
Yes. I remember reports of their presence early in Morikar's reign, but they were driven out. The assassins must see this as the perfect opportunity to reclaim their base, but what does that have to do with Leovic's secret and the ambitions?
I'm not sure. And why are they assassinating the councillors?
Vandacia, Valeria, and I were just discussing that. We think Leovic had each of the councillors unknowingly working on a different aspect of the Ambitions project. They each had access to a piece of the puzzle, but no one but Leovic knew everything.
So someone called upon the Dark Brotherhood to murder the councillors to preserve the secret?
That's our prevailing theory. If the councillors ever came together to compare notes, the truth of the Ambitions would be revealed. To stop that from happening, the Dark Brotherhood was sent to kill my colleagues.
The Dark Brotherhood agent claimed they weren't responsible for the murders of the councillors.
Indeed. Very curious. Still, I'm hesitant to take the word of an admitted killer at face value. Not with so much at stake. Regardless, their very presence still poses a threat to all of Blackwood. The sanctuary cannot be allowed to reopen.
Maybe the coded documents Evelyn and I recovered can tell us more.
Jirik's and Sophis' documents contain information written in Imperial code. I sent for the scribe Aragon, but he has yet to arrive. Until then, the councillors will remain safe within these walls. You have done well so far, and have my thanks.
Nice, that's that part of the quest completed.
Whatever the truth behind the murders of my fellow councillors, we can't allow the Dark Brotherhood to gain a foothold in Blackwood. I'd like you and Evely to go to Bloodrun Cave to ascertain the situation there. Talk to Evely and make your plans.
Shouldn't you send the Brigandines to deal with the Dark Brotherhood?
Until we know more, I'm not prepared to engage in an all-out war with the Dark Brotherhood. No, better to send you and Evely to investigate the situation. Then we can determine if a more forceful response is warranted.
Hey, partner!
Okay.
Over here!
Right, I'm not going to talk to you just yet, Evely. I think this quest has taken quite a while to get done, and it's a good place to break the video, end this episode, and we can pick it up again next episode. So as you can see, I am going through the lore in more detail, listening to what people have got to say, and just spending a bit more time looking into the backstories. I hope you're finding this interesting, and I hope you'll enjoy the videos. If you are, I'd appreciate if you give the video a like, and I'd also very much appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. So yeah, that's it for this episode. We're in Leowin, we're in Blackwood. Blackwood, sorry, not Gratwood. We've still got the main quest to work through. Once we've done the main quest, then we're going to have a look at some of the side quests. And then we'll hop on to another area. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next episode. Look after yourselves and take care now. Bye bye.